Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been forever and a day since I've uploaded anything here, so like if I even have subscribers left, like thanks for holding out hope I'd be back, cause I'm back. I think I needed to like reevaluate some things and get some priorities in order, and now I'm just really motivated and excited to be back and put out some content that I hope you guys will find helpful, and hopefully editing will be really nice and all that stuff, because I am officially about 9 weeks out now from my competition, so it's grind time, and I'm hoping that nine weeks to show day I'll be really consistent with vlogging and stuff like that, and getting some more workout footage, meal footage, any other type of stuff you guys are interested in learning about. Please comment below, let me know what you think. But this video, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of my like go-to ab exercises, as well as my go-to like post-workout, post-cardio mobility work. Super important to stay on top of your mobility in general, but especially for me now that I am working out like 6 days a week, cardio like 6 days a week. My body's taking a beating, macros are getting lower. So mobility is really important to stay on top of. I'm also taking a joint supplement from PE Science, GenoFlex, so that seems to be helping, as well as a multivitamin, fish oil, and a collagen supplement. So next video, I'll give you guys a lowdown of all of that. Also, Trooper's back here in case you're like hearing a puppy dog scratch himself. Yeah. So this video will be like a little bit more of a voiceover style video. Just me stretching and me doing some core work. And then I ended up going to dinner with my friend the same day that I recorded that footage. So there's a little bit of food footage. We went to En Su Boca, which is a Tex-Mex restaurant in Richmond. I got a burrito salad bowl. It was high carb day, so luckily I have been tracking macros for a long time and know how to guesstimate well. I overestimated on everything that I got, and I knew I was going to go out to dinner, and so the beginning of the day was kind of planned around that. The next day, crushed my workout, so you can still be flexible on prep. And if you're a Gen Pop dieter, also very easy to be flexible that way. So again, this is kind of a long intro to just say that I'm back. I'm excited to be back. Thank you guys for sticking around. And if you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you guys will want to stick around as well. Trooper says hi. Hi. It's really hot outside. So like I just got back from cardio and I'm gross, and he just like sat outside and got really tired. So I hope you guys enjoy the mobility and ab routine coming up. Some food footage really quick, and the next video got some good stuff coming. So if you like it, remember, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will catch you guys soon. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you some of my favorite core exercises using this stability ball. I usually don't train core too much because I keep it activated in all my compound lifts, but sometimes I like to add it in. Here, you just have leg raises with the ball in between like your calf area. I personally bend my knees a little bit at the bottom because I have really bad hips that pop. So as long as you keep your core engaged at the bottom, you can feel it. Next, I like to do a plank on top of the ball, and I mix it up sometimes by adding in, like here, I do 10 small circles one way and 10 the other way. You can do up-down planks with this. You can just hold a plank. You could do a high plank. You could keep your arms still but move your feet around. So there's a lot of fun things that you can do. Just keep your butt down and core engaged. And like I failed on the angle really bad with this, but I like these knee to chest tucks. Just make sure the ball starts on your shins so that when you tuck your knees, it goes towards your feet more and you actually feel that core engagement, and try and get your butt lower than what mine was. And this one is just kind of like an all-around crunch, I guess. It's like a knee to elbow crunch with the ball in the middle. And what the ball does here too is really activate your hips a little bit more, and kind of you have to use your hips more to keep it stable. And then again, I'm meeting my elbows to my knees in the middle there, trying to control the tap down and bringing it back up. Here is my mobility that I like to go through. First, I start with a runner's lunge. Make sure that your shin is perpendicular to the ground and that your knees don't go past your toes. Keep a nice straight shin there. I like to sink down into my hip a little bit, more dynamic so it's not completely static. And with this right here, you want to keep your core engaged so that your back doesn't round too much. A little bit of rounding is okay, but this is going to give you a really good calf and hamstring stretch. And then with this, still keep that straight front calf and shin there, and then I like to stretch to the opposite side, really get that opposite hip flexor. With this stretch, you want to keep your hips square to the front. Try not to lean too far into one side or the other. And again, just moving around to keep it a little bit more dynamic, keep the blood flowing after a cardio session. Back to that lunge, hips are square to the floor. Really good hamstring stretch. I like to keep my knees a little bit softer and not lock them out completely, and do like a half raise. And then I do everything on the other side. After I've done all that stretching on both sides, I like to go into my downward dog. Really push back into those hips with that. Try and keep your feet as flat as you can. You can kind of walk the dog where you bend alternating legs. And then I go down into a cobra stretch and then back up. Really push into those hips, push into those shoulders. Think of lifting your butt to the ceiling. And then here I like to bring my leg in for like a pigeon style stretch to get the outer hip and the outer glute. Really good stretch into that one. Usually I'm pushing up to downward dog in between each of them just to keep the blood flow. And then you can see that on the other side. And my hips are as square as possible, my shoulders are square, and throughout all of this mobility, my core is still tight and engaged. Even though it is stretching, I like to keep my core working. And for this cobra right there, make sure that your shoulders don't go into your ears. Keep your shoulders down. Kind of keep your glutes squeezed if you have a weird lower back. Then back to child's pose to stretch it out. Swing it around to the front. Good hamstring stretch. You want to raise up and keep your back as straight as you can in this. Don't round it. That way you can really feel it in the hamstrings. You don't have to grab your toes for a stretch like this. You're still going to feel it really good as long as you keep that core nice and tight. Cross your legs over. Nice tall stretch. I like to go to both sides on this for both legs. Still nice tall spine. I'm not slouching, my core is tight, and I'm not overly pushing in this stretch. I'm just pushing it enough to where I feel the stretch in my obliques and my spine. Again, just getting the blood flowing a little bit. Sit into that straddle stretch. Make sure your knees are pointed up to the ceiling so that your hips are rotated out a little bit. I like to keep my feet flexed so I'm getting a really good deep hamstring stretch. Keep that chest lifted as you lean to each side to get your oblique. And then I like to do a little rotation to each side as well, just to be able to get a little bit deeper. Try not to bring your face to your knee. Think of just lifting your entire upper body, neutral spine, down, whichever way you go. Here we're gonna do a more wide leg hamstring stretch. My knees are still a little soft, they're not completely locked out, and I just use my hands to gently push my body through, not anything too drastic. Then walk your feet in slightly, keep those toes turned out, and sink as deep as you can to get those hips stretched out. I like to stretch out my shoulders and triceps by leaning each way, pushing through. And then one of my favorite things that I've just added to my mobility is to just sit into my deep squat. I really have seen an improvement in my just overall squat technique after doing this and just sitting in it. Keep your back nice and straight. And that is my mobility. Thanks, guys. Now check out some delicious food. good morning. This is the next day that I recorded that intro, obviously, because I'm in a different outfit. So let's play how many outfits can Emily wear in the same video. So thank you for checking that video out. I hope you guys found the ab workout and mobility workout to be helpful. Try some of those moves out and let me know what you think. Also, I hope you enjoyed the lovely food footage, because like, who doesn't love pictures of food? So, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for checking this out. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, all of that stuff. And I will catch you in the next video.